Welcome to the Jamie Love Show, where ageless beauty meets soulful living. I'm your host, Jamie Love, and today's episode is a deep spiritual dive into how we can transform the 7 deadly sins, those shadows that weigh us down, into the 7 divine virtues that lift us into eternal youthfulness and radiance. Join me on this empowering journey as we unlock the secrets to living beautifully, gracefully, and in alignment with our highest selves. Today, we're going to be exploring something deeply inspiring, the spiritual essence of eternal youth. When we think about youth, we often focus on the external, smooth skin, glowing complexion, a fit body. But true ageless beauty is so much more than that. It's an energy, a state of being, a divine light that shines through us, keeping us vibrant and full of life no matter how many years we've lived. Eternal youth is about embodying a spirit of joy, peace, and divine connection. It's about transforming our inner shadows into light so that our souls can shine brightly, untouched by the passage of time. And to do that, we have to confront our shadows, the energies that age us spiritually and physically, and choose the path of divine virtues. The 7 deadly sins, or what I like to call the 7 shadows, are not just moral pitfalls. They represent energies that drag us down, creating emotional, spiritual, and even physical aging. But here's the empowering part. For every shadow, there's a light, a divine virtue that has the power to restore, uplift, and rejuvenate us. So in this episode, we'll be exploring each of these shadows, understanding how they age and burden us, and discovering how embracing their divine counterparts can keep us feeling eternally youthful. Let's walk this spiritual path together, one shadow at a time. Let's begin by exploring the shadows that weigh us down, one by one, and understanding their impact on aging. The first one is pride. Pride is a heavy energy rooted in the ego. It's the need to appear better than others, to avoid vulnerability, and to stay closed off from feedback. When pride dominates, we become rigid, closed, and out of alignment with our spiritual truth. This rigidity shows up in our energy, making us appear tense, aged, and unapproachable. Pride keeps us from the youthful flow of humility, where true grace lies. The second one is envy. Envy is the poison of the soul. When we compare ourselves to others, wishing we had what they have, we disconnect from our own divine gifts. Envy ages us emotionally, creating a sense of lack and stress that takes away our natural glow. It's like a constant state of dissatisfaction that leaves a bitter imprint on our hearts and our appearance. The third one is wrath. Wrath, or unchecked anger, creates tension not only in our relationships, but in our bodies. Chronic anger and resentment increase stress hormones, which can lead to premature aging, inflammation, and deep frown lines. Wrath burdens us with heaviness, while forgiveness, the path to release, sets our spirit free, bringing lightness and peace. The next one is sloth. Sloth isn't just physical laziness, it's spiritual lethargy. It's the lack of care for our well-being, the neglect of our passions, and a disconnection from our life force. Sloth leads to stagnation, and stagnation leads to a dullness that ages us. Our energy becomes lifeless, but when we rise into diligence, we reignite our vitality and become active participants in our own joy. Number 5 is greed. Greed comes from a scarcity mindset, a constant desire for more that disconnects us from the abundance of life. Greed creates spiritual exhaustion and emotional emptiness. It's a heavy, grasping energy that drains our spirit. But charity, the art of giving and receiving with an open heart, restores our sense of wholeness and makes us radiant with generosity. The next one is gluttony. Gluttony isn't just about overindulgence in food. it's a deeper craving for excess that leaves us unbalanced. Whether it's overloading on distractions, food, or material pleasures, gluttony dulls our spirit and clouds our natural glow. Temperance, or mindful balance, restores our harmony, keeping our body, mind, and soul in vibrant health. The last of the shadows is lust. Lust is the shadow of shallow desires. When we chase fleeting pleasures without spiritual depth, we end up feeling drained rather than fulfilled. This kind of energy can age us from within, leaving us feeling restless and ungrounded. But chastity, when understood as purity and intention, invites us to honor our sacred energy, infusing our lives with soulful, life-affirming connections. As we explore these shadows, remember that we all experience them. We're human. The key is to recognize where they show up in our lives and gently invite in the corresponding virtue. Now let's step into the light. The 7 divine virtues are powerful energies that keep us feeling youthful, vibrant, and connected to our divine essence. Each virtue is like a wellspring of renewal, feeding our soul and restoring our natural beauty. The first one is humility. Humility is the antidote to pride. It's not about thinking less of ourselves, but thinking of ourselves less. It's about being open to growth, embracing vulnerability, and understanding our divine purpose. Humility makes us graceful and approachable, giving us a lightness that keeps our energy young and full of potential. The second one is kindness. Kindness is one of the most beautiful energies we can embody. When we act from a place of love and compassion, we release endorphins and feel a deep sense of connection. Kindness lifts our spirits, makes our eyes sparkle, and gives us that unmistakable glow that comes from a loving heart. Number 3 is patience. Patience is about living in the divine flow, trusting that everything unfolds in its perfect timing. Stress, anxiety, and impatience accelerate aging, but patience creates a serene presence. It makes us resilient and calm, allowing us to experience life as a beautiful unfolding rather than a race. Number 4 is diligence. Diligence is the art of showing up for ourselves consistently. Whether it's in our self-care, our spiritual practices, or our work, diligence keeps our energy flowing. It prevents stagnation and gives us a sense of purpose, which fuels our youthful spirit. There's nothing more energizing than living in alignment with our goals and values. Charity. Charity is the practice of giving from a full heart. When we share our abundance, whether it's love, time, or resources, our spirit feels fulfilled and we become a vessel of divine love. This sense of abundance and generosity creates a youthful energy that is magnetic and infectious. The next one is temperance. Temperance is about balance and moderation. It invites us to be mindful of how we nourish our body, mind, and soul. When we live in harmony, we reduce stress and inflammation, keeping our bodies and energy youthful. Temperance keeps us attuned to our true needs, bringing us back into alignment with our natural rhythms. Number 7, the last one is chastity. Chastity is often misunderstood. Spiritually, it's about honoring our sacred energy and being intentional with our desires. It's about cultivating pure, soulful connections and channeling our passion into creative and life-giving pursuits. This purity energizes our spirit, making us feel vibrantly alive and spiritually youthful. Each of these virtues is a guidepost to living in our highest vibration. When we embody them, we invite divine grace into our lives, which nourishes us on every level. You might be wondering, how do I start embodying these virtues in a practical way? It's all about small, consistent actions. Start by choosing one virtue to focus on for the week. Let's say you pick kindness. Challenge yourself to do one act of kindness every day, whether it's complimenting someone, offering a helping hand, or even being kind to yourself. Or maybe you want to work on temperance. Take a look at your habits and see where you can bring in more balance. Perhaps it's setting boundaries around screen time, savoring your meals without distraction, or creating a restful evening routine. For humility, practice gratitude and remind yourself that we are all part of something greater. For patience, take deep breaths when you feel stressed and trust in divine timing. Remember, this is a journey of love and compassion for yourself. There's no rush, no pressure to be perfect. Each step you take toward embodying these virtues adds to your spiritual radiance and keeps you feeling young at heart. I want to leave you with this thought. True eternal youth isn't about trying to freeze time or erase wrinkles. It's about living in alignment with our soul, embracing our divine essence, and letting our light shine brightly. When we transform our shadows into light, we unlock a source of energy and beauty that time can never take away. You are a divine being created to live beautifully, love deeply, and express your highest self in every moment. Embracing the virtues of humility, kindness, patience, diligence, charity, temperance, and chastity is about more than just moral discipline. It's about stepping into your full radiance and honoring the sacred life force within you. Imagine waking up each day with a heart full of love, a mind at peace, and a spirit that is free and joyful. That's the essence of ageless beauty, a beauty that comes from within, a beauty that reflects the divine energy you carry. So as you move forward from this episode, I invite you to reflect on how you can transform your shadows into light. Where can you be kinder, more patient, more balanced? Where can you let go of the energies that no longer serve you and embrace the virtues that uplift you? This journey is about progress, not perfection. It's about choosing to live in a way that feels aligned, authentic, and full of grace. And know that with each small step, you are becoming more radiant, more vibrant, and more beautifully ageless. Thank you for joining me on this spiritual journey. Thank you for joining me today on this spiritual journey. If this episode inspired you or brought a sense of peace, I'd be so grateful if you shared it with someone who might benefit from this message. And as always, please subscribe, rate, and review the show so we can continue spreading love and light to more beautiful souls. This is Jamie Love, reminding you to live from your soul, nurture your inner light, and embrace the divine essence of who you are. Keep shining, keep loving, and keep choosing. Until next time on the Jamie Love Show, where ageless beauty meets soulful living, sending you all love, light, and infinite blessings. Bye for now.